How's it going, guys? Football-ManagerYouthDevelopment.co.uk here. Welcome back to the next episode of our Charlton Moneyball series on Football Manager 2016. To start today's episode off, we're going to go straight into a game. Today we're away at Preston. I will show you the fixtures that we have played recently in the Championship. To be honest, it's not particularly been going too well, but so hopefully in today's episode we can come away with a win. The form of some of the players has not been sort of too good, so a few players, say Bergdich, who has been sort of ever-present in the team, his form has dipped down a little bit recently. We've actually had a few injuries as well, which has not particularly helped us. We still are in the playoff kind of area. Once I do actually start this game, I'll show you like our league position, but yeah, there's just been a couple of results recently that haven't, been our usual form that we've had this season. So within the first few minutes here, we're picking up the ball here with Fox on the left hand side. Hopefully he can make something of this chance. The ball comes in the middle to Kashi, and their goalkeeper Pickford picks up the ball pretty easily in the middle of the pitch. I'm going to make sure that I'm also encouraging the players as well, just within the first few moments of the game, just to make sure that they're really motivated for this game. So we're coming up to half time now, and there's not actually been too much action, unfortunately. So although we've had a lot of possession, it doesn't really look like we've managed to carve out too many clear-cut chances or any, get too many shots on target. Preston have had 6 shots, but none of them actually been on target so far. So I think what I'm actually going to do just for the start of the second half, I'm actually going to take Callum Harriet off, and I think I'll bring Bergdich on. Obviously I did highlight that his form has not exactly been sort of too electric recently, but he's certainly one of our better players, so yeah, hopefully he can sort of create a little bit of magic in the second half. What I'm also going to do, I think I want to tell the players that I'm happy with their performance. In all honesty, I'm not particularly, because they've obviously not really done too much, to be honest, but at least if I'm telling the players that I've got faith in them, then yeah, in the second half we should be able to push on and get a couple of goals, or a goal at least. So potentially a chance here. Preston have the ball with Welsh in the middle of the pitch. Passes back to Davis, who then puts it out to Cunningham. Gallagher onto Welsh, through to Cunningham, and yeah, Joe Garner puts it into the back of the net. That's the 11th goal of the season for Joe Garner, so we're going to watch this in 3D now, guys. Welsh puts the ball out wide to Cunningham, who passes the ball into the middle to Garner, who's not actually being picked up. So I think I will actually need to make a real quick change just to make sure that we are picking up Joe Garner. So just going to have a quick look at our centre backs. I think I'm going to get Patrick Bauer to mark him. So what I'll do... Oh, actually, so it looks like Joe Garner's actually... Actually, they're playing with 2 strikers up top. So what I'll do, I'll put Joe Garner on him, and I'll leave the other guy, actually, I think, for now. And yeah, we do need to obviously try and push forward in this game. I've actually pushed the tactics up to control as well, or the mentality of the players. I'm also going to look for the overlap as well. Our fullbacks are actually pretty decent. We're unfortunately having to play a centre-back at right-back at the moment, just for the amount of injuries we've got. Fox, of course, has been very good for us this whole season. We don't seem to be carving out too many chances. I think what I'll do, I'll make a change at the top of the pitch. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'll bring on Tony Watts. Oops. Where's he gone? Yeah, that's fine. And let's have a look here. So Tony Watt's best position is a poacher, but I think what I'll do, I'll put him as an advanced forward, just so that he's actually, closing down the opposition defenders and hopefully carving out a few sort of chances for himself doing that. So Bergdich picks up the ball on the left-hand side here. It comes out to George, onto Cousins. Gudmundsson comes forward with the ball. Cousins on the edge of the area, takes a shot. The ball comes out to Fox. Musa picks up the loose ball for Preston in the middle, and Garner comes forward with it. The ball finds its way onto Brown, onto Johnson. Gudmundsson makes an interception. We've got Reed in the middle of the pitch, passes it out wide to Bergdich, who tries to run it down the left-hand side of the pitch, but he's actually tackled. Keane comes through, and he makes it 2-0 to Preston here. So, yeah, things are not... Yeah, they've certainly turned a little bit from when... like our last video, unfortunately. So yeah, Garner, really nice ball through the middle, and he just absolutely tears our defence into shreds. Nice finish from Keane, to be honest. Puts it right in the corner of the net. from a very good through ball from Ghana. So to be honest, that was actually a pretty decent Preston goal, but obviously not what we're looking to happen here for Charlton. I'll just show you the league table very quickly. So we are still in 5th position at the moment. We've got 55 points. You can see we're well in touching distance with the other teams around us. But yeah, there's just been a couple of results recently where it's just been like this. Like we did actually lose 3-0 in the last game, which is obviously not ideal in the slightest. But yeah, the fact that we're losing here again as well. So we've actually conceded, 5 goals, unless we do actually concede another one in the last couple of matches. And we've not actually scored in the last couple of matches, which is pretty unlike this Charlton team. So Watt with the ball. Ball comes out wide. Gudmundsson onto Watt. Bergdich has a shot as well, and the ball goes out for a corner here, which Gudmundsson's going to take. Diarra's in the middle, but he's not able to get his head on it. And nothing actually amounts to that in the end. You can see our players are actually pretty knackered at the moment. So we had a game only a few days ago against Fulham, which I mentioned before. We did lose that game, but yeah, I don't know when Preston last played, but yeah, certainly our kind of form at the moment is taking a slight dip. So I'm gonna say, don't worry about the result at the moment. Obviously to me it is actually a little bit worrying that we do actually keep losing at the moment, but yeah, I do think the team's kind of good enough to hopefully just make sure that we're keeping ourselves in the playoff position. So we'll go to the post-match analysis and we'll obviously leave the match. What I'll do, I'll show you the kind of fixtures recently. So yeah, we've not actually won in 5 games at the moment. So we went on a run where we did actually win like 3 games on the trot, but then yeah, we've not won in 5 games at the moment. I think, to be honest, throughout the whole season we've not really had too many times when we've had bad runs of form. So we lost a couple of games there, but we did actually win 3 before it, and then we bounced back with a win, and then we unfortunately lost against Reading, and then against Preston and Brentford we did actually manage to pick up a win. But in general, I think this is actually our worst kind of vein of form throughout the whole season. Unfortunately, it's obviously coming towards the business end of the season, which is not ideal. You can see here that although we've actually got a number of games left, to be honest, so we probably can still turn things around. Yeah, so we've got Reading in 4 days. That's a home game, and they're actually 5th in the league, Reading. So that's, I think, going to be a pretty big game, I think. In terms of kind of other stuff that's actually happening at the club as well. So I've been trying to sort out my scouts. What I have actually done, I can't remember how many scouts I'm allowed. I think I'm allowed 6 scouts, and I've actually got 5 at the club at the moment. I'll probably end up bringing another one in during the summer transfer window, but I'm trying at the moment just to increase our knowledge all around the world. It's at 18% at the moment, but I do think I can try and increase that by quite a lot at the moment. So yeah, sort of countries like Turkey, I'm trying to just get our scouts to go to places like Turkey, Switzerland. We do have pretty good knowledge of Central Europe at the moment. We're at 79% for Central Europe. Probably, to be honest, in the Championship, I don't actually need to be scouting like worldwide at the moment. Obviously, it's a little bit of a waste of money, especially where we don't actually have too much money to actually spend on players at the moment as well. It's not exactly ideal to be splashing out on loads of scouting missions. So as long as our kind of knowledge of UK and Ireland and Central Europe, potentially maybe Southern Europe, I'd like to increase the knowledge of there. But I think at the moment, just making sure that we are getting our scouts out and about in Central Europe is going to be really ideal, just for making sure that we've got good knowledge and we're actually finding decent players to at least try to bring into the club. So obviously this is a Moneyball series. I'm going to call this the end of the episode, guys. It's going to be quite a shortish episode, this one, but just to round off where we are in terms of our money, because that's the the whole point of this series, basically to make as much money as possible. And you can see here that our balance at the moment is minus £2.43 million. One thing I think it would be quite decent to take a look at, if we have a look at the value of some of the players that I have got in my squad at the moment, now you can see that we have got some value in a lot of these players. I don't know how many players we've got here. So we've got about 14 players that are worth over £1 million. Obviously, this guy's on loan at the moment to some club, Randers FC in Denmark. I'm not particularly too sure why he's on loan at that club at the moment, but I'm quite looking forward to getting him back into the first team, actually, especially if we do end up staying into the in the Championship. He's 22 years old, 6'3", got pretty decent physical attributes, quite decent mental attributes as well. So yeah, like if we do need to make some money, we have got players in the team that we should be able to sell on to try and, you know, make a little bit of money. Obviously it's not particularly what I want to do, but you know, if we are forced to do that type of thing, to, you know, sell some of our more expensive players to sort of reinvest that into the team, then that's certainly something that we might have to have a look at potentially moving forward. But yeah, I'm going to call this the end of the episode, guys. If you have liked this episode and you're enjoying this series, please do leave your comments in the comments manager. Let me know if there's anything you'd like me to improve on this series or anything that you want to see. It really does sort of help me. Also, keep dropping the like buttons. Really does help the channel. And of course, subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back very soon for some more episodes in this series. Thanks for watching.